I don't wish the path of entrepreneurship on almost anybody. That is a very strong departure from how I thought what we were doing, what I've been doing, what my co-founders been doing, what others who taken this path have been doing. It was like, I think there's an element of like no one feels special, right? In building a business, right? Like you have an idea, it evolves, you kind of stay stubborn, you're rejected all the time, and you just kind of keep going, which is really what this point of this video is like, how do you develop a sense of delusion? And again, I think we can all agree that we've met people who are actually delusional. And then we met people who are delusional, but also have a very strong conviction for what it is that they're actually trying to get done. And so, what I'm trying to capture here is how do you know you're not just crazy and that you're actually, what you're doing is worthwhile? So, I'm going to tell you a little bit about our journey. So, first off, we're a 17-year-old startup. 15, call it 14 of those years were raising money, burning it all in 6 months. We're chasing 2 different markets that were insanely slow growth, and doing things, projects, whatever you call them, that were outside of what it is our core technology was, but still fit the technology. So we were able to do it, which generated cash flow, which made payroll. And so ultimately, we got to a place because of the pandemic that we understood our value. We understood how to sell it direct. We understood now how to market it. Executing is a different thing, but how to market it, which is, it's all connected. And again, like I just summarized 17 years in however long we're at right now in this video. And I remember early on, a bunch of my entrepreneur peer friends were like, "Dude, just quit. The idea doesn't work. Like, what are you doing? Like, move on to the next thing. It's all good." Like, we raise money from like accredited real investors who make 20 bets a year, right? Like, they're not sitting here thinking, "Oh, like, where's my money, Mark? Where's my money, DevHub?" Right? It wasn't. It was like, "Hey, yeah, sorry, it didn't work out." That was then. Now everyone's like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you guys are still around. Wait, you have a business? What is it? Oh, you're going after franchise? Oh my God, it makes sense. I love seeing your stuff online, blah, blah, blah." Anyway, again, easy, right? And again, I keep coming back to like, what was it? What was it that kept us going through all the hard times? And it's like, when I go back, I'm going to admit this on camera. When I go back and watch any videos, my posts on Twitter or Instagram even, or Facebook, or when they come back and refresh, and it's like, we're crushing it today, we're crushing it today, we're crushing it today, we're crushing it today. I really feel like I always had an idea of where the company could go, what these squares can actually mean, right? Now, how to execute it, maybe my leadership abilities, those are doubts, those are insecurities, those are lack of experience, that all had to be fleshed out in those 15-ish years to get us to these last 2, 3, where it became very clear what we're doing. Now, what we're faced against, right, is again this tidal wave of AI, and it's not a fad. This isn't the metaverse, even though I do think the metaverse will swing back around. Nonetheless, I do believe, obviously, AI is here. It's over. Like, it's on. Like, it's not anything beyond that. It's like the internet. The internet's here. It's not going away. It's in that same vein. And so again, how we are thinking about incorporating AI and building brand around it, is what we are figuring out right now. And it's a dead sprint. If your company is not sprint, and again, like, look at the way I'm even talking. I'm just trying to capture this. I'm trying to capture the 15 years of delusion, the 15 years of persistence, the 15 years of that conviction, to give you ultimately permission to know that you're not crazy. And I don't know if I'm doing a good job, But again, I was sitting here, it's Saturday morning, and I was like watching some video behind me over here on YouTube about greeting cards, actually, greeting cards, and selling one, and how that starts into it could be something bigger, and this and that, and like how it's like if you're doing it to just sell cards, like that's one thing, but like you have to have a little bit more of a why you're doing the thing. And again, it was just like, man, like what advice can I give? Lately, I try to say not give advice. I try to just give like, here's my journey, because again, my journey is obviously going to be different than yours, right? So that's why it's very hard for me sometimes to listen to other entrepreneurs, because while there might be similarities to their path, like it's still not my path in this moment in time, at my age and experience, at my team, right? There are a lot of different lessons, right? Like, and again, you have to read between the lines of picking who and when and what you're listening to understand your own path. And so again, this is just another echo chamber for you. This is another, wavelength of noise that might help you, bump you back on track. That was the point of this video. You're not crazy. And I think you're not crazy. Here, you know what? I'm going to do this unedited. I'm not going to edit this video. This video is going straight to my YouTube. When you're ready to quit, you're closer than you think. That one quote got me through a bunch of years, because it just was not, even though I might have been ready to quit, I knew there was something else. There was something else, and there was something else. So again, you're not crazy. You're either just early, you're slightly ahead. And those are really the two things, especially if you're consuming these 7 minutes of this video. All right, peace.